What's up, everyone? This is Neena Perez. I am on WINJECT TV, and it's powered by WINJECT Studios. I really appreciate you coming on and spending some time with me. It's going to be every Monday at 11 a.m. Hello. Every Monday at 11 a.m. here on WINJECT TV. I will make sure to put that everywhere because I know a lot of you are going on to Straight Talk No Sugar Added. I will play the replay there, but live is going to be here on WINJECT TV. And I wanted to invite you to my exclusive community, which is powered by WINJECT Studios. And what you need to do is you go on to winject.com. You can go to slash archive slash Neena Perez or winject.com, and you'll see an application there. And when you join my community, you're going to receive 3 free days of this exclusive access so that you can go back there and check everything out. Use my code Neena Perez, and that'll give you 10% off when you go on to WINJECT. So there's 2 ways. Like I said, you can go on to winject.com slash archive slash Neena Perez. And I also have it linked on my site at straighttalknosugaradded.com. And you click on join my community. It'll take you right to my page. So I want to make sure that you do that because I want to make sure that we grow this community. Behind the scenes, I'm going to be doing a lot of things. I'm working on myself, bringing up these great videos and courses and ebooks and all this stuff that's coming on that will be only for my community. So make sure that you join it, okay? Now go ahead and make sure you click that subscribe button. It's right down here somewhere. Crush that like button, share this with your people, your community, so that we can grow WINJECT. And I'm telling you, if you haven't been on here, there are so many great people that are on here doing these lives and doing these shows will fill you with knowledge and help you change and transform the way you think. So I really highly recommend that you go ahead and subscribe to this channel. All right. While I'm here, leave me some comments. I want to go ahead and talk to you and know that you're here, be able to communicate with you back and forth so that we can have a really great interactive community here live. Okay. If you're watching the replay, hashtag replay so that I know that you've watched it. And if you have a question, I'll come on here and answer them for you. You can also text my community number at 1-843-396-2104. Make sure you put Neena in there so I know it's for me, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. So let's go. Let's do this. What are we waiting for? Come on now, people. Let's get on there. Hello. Hi, honey bunches. So today is a mindset to win, and I'm going to go with this is part 3, right? So in part 1, we talked about your conscious mind versus your subconscious mind and how to start training that subconscious mind so that you can stop those behaviors and that self-sabotage that we all tend to do and start thinking about what you want to do, right? So growing in habits and behaviors that your subconscious will then do things that will serve you as opposed to going against you, right? With different fears and things like that. So that was a couple of weeks ago. So make sure that you go on to WINJECT and look at all of the previous videos and you'll be able to see that. In part 2, I asked you what you really want. What is it that you really want in your life, right? Because we always have these superficial things that we want, but what do you really want, right? I also talked to you about how you must decide on what you want, because a lot of times we think we want like all of these things, but in reality, there's just a couple of things that we really want in our life that we want to have be a consistent thing and something that we want to accomplish. And the reason that most people don't even know what they want is that it takes too much effort. So they don't even decide. They don't even think about what it is they want, right? I asked you, how badly do you want what you want, right? How badly do you actually want it? So one of the things I think I shared last week was to not tackle too many of your goals at once because you're going to become overwhelmed. I know, I've been there. I do that still. I have to stop myself from doing that because I have sometimes if you see my computer, you would like be like, dang, I have like 15 tabs open. I have this project going on and this, and that's because I'm trying to tackle too many goals at one time. And then I shut down because I feel overwhelmed, I'm exhausted, I'm tired, I'm pissed, everything's irritating me. And that's when I know that I have not done anything strategic to try to tackle these things one at a time, right? So last week I told you that today what I wanted to touch on is why. Why do we do what we do? Why do we want that goal? Why are we trying to reach that next level? I want to show you how to create and discover that strong reason, that strong why that can help you develop that mindset that I'm developing, that I want you to develop so that we can freaking win at this thing called life before we exit out, right? You are capable and able to do a lot of things in your life, but why, right? You'll be able to use this in your life, in your business, to motivate you and to stay focused through those times when it's really difficult, right? When you're pursuing your goal and it becomes really, really difficult. What is your reason? What is your why, right? Many times when you ask someone, what is your why? I mean, I asked myself, what is it, Neena? Why are you doing this? Why be on live on WINJECT TV? Why do you do the coaching programs that you do helping women? Why do you get up every day? What is the purpose, right? Why do you want to achieve these goals? You know, I had to sit down and really like unearth that, and you struggle sometimes with that answer. Many people never really even think about their goals. They just jump head in. First thing they do is just go right into action, and then they're like struggling because they're failing. The question is, what are you willing to give up to transform into who you should be in life? That's a fantastic question, and I will be writing that down. Who are you? What are you willing to give up to transform into who you should be in life? That's a powerful question. And most of us will jump into a business, a relationship, a situation, all of that without even thinking, does this serve me? Is this going to be good for me? And then once you jumped in, sometimes you feel tied to that thing and don't know how to shift. You don't know how to like leave that maybe business that you started that isn't working for you, or that career that maybe you thought you liked, but then you realize you don't like it. And now you're stuck, right? Now you feel like you're in this relationship with this person that is draining you and you don't know how to move forward. And many people really do, you know, jump into things without carefully thinking about what is the goal here? What is the outcome I want? And why do I want this? Right? Now, are you in a terrible, terrible relationship because you don't want to be alone? Is that a real good reason? What is the goal for that? Why be in that? Right? And same thing with your businesses, with your careers, all of that, right? I have failed miserably at this, guys. All right. But you don't need to have everything figured out. You don't need to have all your goals figured out in order to move forward. I mean, that's impossible anyway. But you should be wise about what you're attempting to do, what your goals are, why you are doing this. And a lot of times we just don't think about it, right? Hey, Gabe, we just don't think about this. We don't think about what we're thinking about and what our why is and why are we doing this, right? Everybody wants to win. At some level in your life, everybody wants to win. But regardless of the field that you're in the life goals that you're in or anything like that, there is a way, there is a possibility to receive that greatness, whatever greatness is for you. If you want to achieve greatness, then you need to really start changing your mind flow. Change your mind flow to that winning mind flow, right? Your why needs to motivate you. You have to know what it is you want and why. Don't just, fall into stuff, like just fall into a relationship that is damaging to you without thinking about why. Don't just fall into a business opportunity that sounds really good. Let me go for it really fast. And then you realize you don't, want to. Now, am I saying don't take risks? I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is stop for a second and ask yourself, why do I have to do this? One of the things that overwhelmed me within this last year is wanting to do too much. And so what happened was I was joining like every live webinar. I was joining like every coaching program. I was like doing all of this stuff and it was doing nothing but draining me dry. And the reason is I didn't stop and ask myself why I'm doing this and what my goal and intention is to this. Now, I thought, yeah, I'll build my business. But I never thought of is do I need to do every single one of them? Right? And your why needs to motivate you, right? It has to make you excited. It has to make you excited as to what it is you're aiming for. What is your freaking goal? Right? So you have to like stop for a second and say, you know, am I even excited about this right now? If it doesn't, then you need to ask yourself if this really is the right thing for you. Is this the right goal for you? Is this the right reason for you? Right? Because we get caught up in stuff that if we just stopped for a second, we wouldn't have been caught up in, right? And I want to like take myself through and take you through like that killer why. Why is it that we do this and really level up your game? You know, I want to propel you forward. I want to propel me forward. I want us to achieve our goals. That's why I freaking get up every day. That's why I'm here, right? This is how I have gone from homeless to six figures, but I want to go further. I want to keep going, right? And so I had to like stop and say, okay, Neen, this, especially these past like couple of weeks, I needed to like cut everybody off. I done unsubscribed to like 50 things because I realized that because I wasn't focused, because I didn't know why I wanted to do all of this deeply, why I was doing all of this. I was just reaching out for everything and I was feeling overwhelmed and I was feeling suffocated and it hurt my pocket too because I was paying a lot of money for shit I wasn't doing. All right? So you should have some real deep discussions with yourself as to why you're doing what you are doing. And this is not just in business, this is not just in your career, this is also in life, in relationships. This is in your job. This is like everywhere. Why? Why? Right? And so I was like, okay, Neen, so how are we going to do this? So the first thing I did was each goal, each one of my goals, and I have a few, should have a reason to them, a why. Why am I actually doing this? Does it serve me? And does it help me serve others? Right? And if it doesn't, cut, done, because I cannot keep doing so many things, but I will be intentional about the goals that I have. And having that goal has to have the why to it. Why are you freaking doing it? Right? Every goal that you set is necessary to have that specific reason for that goal. Because if you don't, then you're not going to, first of all, you're not going to be motivated. And secondly, you're not going to even see the value in what you're doing. Right. And a lot of us as entrepreneurs, as professionals, sometimes we get into things we're like, why am I even doing this? And now you're spinning your wheels and not producing the way you want to produce. And you're tired of it. You're sick of it. You don't want to do it anymore. Well, that's because nothing is motivating you and keeping you there. Right. So having that why individually for each goal is going to be necessary for you to have that that want to for each of your goals, right? So if you want to change your career, if you want to lose weight, you can have both of those, right? And then you have to write each one as to why do I want to lose weight? Why do I want to change my career? And I'm not talking about no surface bull crap. I'm talking about really asking yourself those deep questions as to who Chris gave on a little while ago. What are you willing to give up to transform into who you should be in life? That's a really good question, right? So if you want to change your career, you want to lose weight, you want to, have relationships, you want to, whatever that is, try to get each one and know what each one is and why you are doing it. A true characteristic of greatness is the ability to release greatness into others that have the capacity to withstand what is required to reach the next level. Opposition escalates with opportunity. And that is so true. But I love what you said here, that have the capacity to withstand what is required, because not everybody has the capacity to withstand it, right? And so you have to ask yourself, do you have the capacity to withstand it? Because sometimes we don't have everything either. We ain't got all that shit together all the time either, right? So we have to really think about what we're thinking about and how we are trying to get to wherever that next level is for you. I know I want to impact as many lives as I can. That is my intention. That is my motivation. That is the reason why I get up. And that's the reason why I do this, because as many people as I can reach, if I even touch you a little bit or give you a takeaway, I have done my freaking job, right? So you need to ask yourself really, really poignant questions. So I sat down and said, okay, Neena, what's up? Why is this goal important to me? Why is this goal important to me? Sometimes they could be very selfish goals, but they're yours, right? And why is it important to you? It could be a very selfish reason, but it is your reason, right? What is the real reason that you want to achieve this particular thing that you're doing, this particular goal? Why? For what? What is the real freaking reason? You want to be the biggest gold, mogul in the world? Maybe that's your reason. Does that motivate you to get your ass up in the morning and do what you got to do? Right? Because that's really what this is about. How are you going to accomplish those things? Hey, John, good afternoon. What does it mean for me personally? What does it mean for you personally if you achieve this goal that you have, right? When you achieve this goal that you have, what does that mean to you? How will you feel? What would it look like? What would it taste like? What would it sound like when you achieve these goals, right? That's a little bit of NLP. Like just really going in and realizing what this goal must feel like. Like I want to accomplish a life where I have peace and not have to worry about so much like debt and like worried about like the next bill or the next client or the next whatever, right? So how do I do that? What is my goal? What does this mean for me personally when I achieve this? What is it going to feel like and smell like and taste like when I get there, right? And asking yourself how you will feel when you've achieved these goals are very important. You need to make these feelings and this assessment feel really strong, and then you need to write that shit down. Write it down, right? Because thinking about it is one thing, writing it is another powerful thing. For me, I'm old school, right? Everything for me is pen and paper, because as I write, I feel like I'm really getting it, right? So for me, it's pen and paper. That's just how I do things. Most people like to type it out. I like to write it down, right? So think about what you want. Think about how you want to feel when you get there, when you get to whatever that goal is. What does that mean for you? What does that mean for your family? But really also, what does that mean for the world? What does that mean for the people that you're impacting? Because the world doesn't revolve around you. Oops, sorry. Some of you probably don't like that, but the world doesn't revolve around you, right? Your reason needs to drive you to make changes. Your reason needs to achieve your goal, but your reason also needs to have an impact for others. Your reason can be completely different than anyone else's, right? Or the way anybody sees it. I don't care what anybody sees and how they say it, right? But you have to be honest and you have to be truthful with who you are, why you want what you want, or it's not going to work. It's not going to work. You're going to have a goal. And then if you're not honest because you think it's all about this, but that's not really how you feel, you're not going to go for it. You're not going to do what you got to do. It's like being in a relationship and you don't really want to be with this person, but you feel obligated. And so you're not putting your full effort into that relationship. You're just not, right? I was talking to a friend of mine who was married for a long time. Like I think he said 18, 19 years. And he said they had a friendship. They were married, but they had a friendship. They were barely even connected, right? And then when they separated and he started dating a bunch of women, he was super passionate. And then he did find his wife. His wife, he will do anything for. Why? Because this time he had real reasons. He was very honest about what he didn't do in the past and what he does now that has changed everything for him. So now he shows up. He shows up for this marriage. He didn't show up for the marriage he was in for 18 years. How sad is that you spent 18 years in a marriage that you were empty in, but now you're full, right? And so you have to know why is it that you do what you do. And if you're not honest, it's not going to work for you. All right. So stop being lazy, be proactive, be intentional, right? Because if you're experiencing feelings of procrastination, laziness, excuses, I used to say I was the queen of excuses, right? And if these things are creeping in when you are trying to get something done and you're trying to overcome or grow your business or lose that weight or have a healthy relationship, and when you're feeling uh, uh difficulty, setbacks, you're feeling stuck, you're feeling all of that, and your excuses creep in and feelings of procrastination and laziness, and you're feeling all of that, it's because you don't know why. You don't know why it is you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. You don't know why it is that you have that goal and why you want that goal, right? Because that why, that reason, that deep, real reason, because you've already been honest, right? That will inspire you to keep on going. I don't want to be homeless anymore. I have been homeless. I have lived in shelters. I don't want to do that anymore. And so I get my ass up every day to do what I have to do, because that is my why. My ass ain't going back to a shelter and ain't gonna be homeless anymore, right? And so that now inspires me to keep my focus and to keep me motivated to where it is I have to go. So even when I'm struggling financially, even when I'm like have debt up to my eyeballs, even though I'm still trying to get more and more clients and I have plenty, right? I don't want to be homeless anymore. So my ass gets up. And my why is to make sure that I have enough to take care of our family. So my husband also gets up for the same reasons. We get up to make sure we have each other's support, that we never go hungry, that we never ever sleep on a floor again, that we never sleep in our car again. Okay? That motivates you, right? So don't think about things in your life that have come against you like, woe is me type of thing. You take that thing, you thank it for being there, and you take away from it what you can. Being homeless was freaking hard. I almost cursed more. It was hard. I struggled. It was really difficult and caused us a sense of fear. Right. And so I had to come against all of that and say, now, are you doing this because you're afraid, or are you doing this because you're motivated? Right. So you have to really be honest with yourself. You have to really sit in what it is you're going through and what your goals really are, because your goals don't have to be somebody else's goals. You can have a completely different goal. And that is okay. And I'm tired of people like all these big time moguls and everybody trying to tell you what your goal should be. No, your goal is your freaking goal. All right. You will have the drive. You need the determination to achieve your goals. Nobody but you, my friend. All right. You have to know what it takes, because you're going to know what your why is, the reason you freaking get up in the morning. Right. And when you know what that is, you will do what you want to do, because most people do what they really want to do, right? Like if I just said, oh, I'm just going to become an online coach, I can quit my job. I mean, that is so vague. And I really I had to put myself to the test. No, why do you want to do this? I want to be, and I have been, and I am doing an online coach because I want to impact as many freaking lives as possible, and then gain that flexibility and that freedom that I need so that I don't have to be worried about my next paycheck, worried about if I'm going to go homeless again, right? And gain that flexibility I want to spend time with my family, which I didn't because I was working my ass off 16 hours a day, right? So when you know what you want, you're going to go after what you want, right? And so now that I write all these things, I write everything I am grateful for. I write everything I want in my life. I write everything that I'm intending to do. And every morning I read that shit. It's on my bed and I read it throughout the day. Sometimes I have a picture of it on my phone. I'll try to be very intentional, right? And so I keep this why, this reason with me wherever I go. And I try to, like, as soon as I get discouraged, as soon as I want to procrastinate, as soon as I don't want to do something, I pull it out. Hey, Lucy, I pull it out and I say to myself, hey, beauty goals, not today. By the way, Lucy, I'm going to give you a quick shout out. This, my friend Lucy, she is the one that gave us a place to stay when we went homeless. Shout out to you, my friend. Shout out to you. Because it was that time in our lives when we lost everything. We had lost the house, we lost the car, we lost the bank account, we had nothing, nothing. But I got up my ass every single day. Every day. I got up every day. I went to college. Every day I did what I had to do. My why was like, I'm getting out of this no matter what. I am getting out of this. I will not be here ever again, ever. Right? And so now when I get up, the first thing is gratitude. I am so grateful. You guys have no idea how grateful I am till this day about getting up in my bed, in my house, in a warm with warm blankets, right? Because I I was in a place where that did not happen before, right? Where you lost it and then you're like, wow, right? So keep your why, your reason to why you do what you do next to you always. And if it's something, if you're in a season in your life where you are doing things right now where you don't really like what you do, then figure that out. Ask yourself, why don't I like what I do? How do I shift this? What do I do? How do I change? How do I move forward? Right? Because you don't have to stay where you are if you don't like it. You do not have to stay where you are if you don't like it. All right? You only have one life and every moment is fleeing, every moment. Do not waste it on things you don't want. I want you to gain the confidence that you need to know that you can hit your goals. You can hit every one of them. You just have to know your why, and you have to be honest as to why it is you want the things that you want. I will 100% tell you that the biggest motivation, I think, for people is not just what it does for you, but what it can do for someone else, how you can impact somebody else's life. I want you to wake up every morning inspired and excited about whatever the opportunity is going to be in front of you and how you are going to make a massive difference in your life and in the life of someone else, even if it's one more person. So read this statement, why your goal is, what it is, and why you want it. Before you go to bed, read it. When you wake up in the morning, read it. Okay? And if you are like struggling throughout your day, carry that with you. But one of the things I want you to take away from this is you got this. You are not stuck. You are not somebody who can't accomplish things or can't accomplish your goal or need to stay where you are. Bullshit. I call bullshit. Okay? Especially when you have someone like me. I don't do excuses from people really well. And I think it's because I have survived so many things in my life and so many tragedies in my life that the minute that even I start making excuses, I'm like, Neena, call bullshit on that. Yes, I talk to myself. Yes, I do. Right? But I actually have to get my ass up in the morning and realize that it's something I need to do too. So make sure that you have what it is that you want to do, whether it's retire, whether it's shift jobs, whether it's build a career, whether it's build a business, whether it's lose weight, whether it's become healthy, whatever it is. It's up to you, whatever it is for you. Make sure that it's authentic to who you are. Make sure that it's authentic to what you want to accomplish and why the freak do you want to accomplish it. And once you know that, my friends, you will overcome and you will be able to know exactly what it is you want to do and why you want to do it. Why? Hey, 94 the Genius. Oh, I love that logo. Nice. So I want to thank you guys for spending this time with me because it is really, it's just so important to me. Oh, whoa, what is this about? Nobody getting emotional today. It is really important to me to win in my life because it is important to me for you to win in yours. That is the only reason that I keep moving forward every day is because I have an amazing freaking family that I love more than anything in my life. And I want to make sure that I, as the woman patriarch, because my husband is right there by me, I inspire my family to move forward and do more in their life. And then all of you who always watch, who are always supporting me, I want to do the same for you. Become so unstoppable in the field of your completion or lack thereof, is excited to lose to you so that they can stay Wait, I have to read that again. Become so unstoppable in your field that your completion, right? Or lack thereof is excited to lose to you so that you can to say, oh, there you go. Okay, competition. Got it. Okay, become so unstoppable in your field that your competition or lack thereof is excited to lose to you so that they can say that they did. Now it makes sense. Thank you, Chris. Oh my God, exactly. Right? And most of the times, the only one you're competing with is you. You're the one that's not getting up in the morning. You're the one making the excuses. You're the one not moving forward. You're the one that's getting stuck. Sometimes the competition is you. But that's okay. I want to lose to me. Right? I'm good with that. Because the same way I don't get up in the morning and work out, let me tell you something, I got my workout clothes right behind me. Because as soon as I'm done with you, I'm going to get myself healthy because I need to win. I want to win. I'm going to be 50 years old this year. I would love to be the healthiest I have ever been in my life at 50. Why the F not? Right? So I love you guys so freaking much and I want you to win. So make sure that if you know anybody who needs to hear this, share this episode. Make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you subscribe. And for those of you who weren't here from the very beginning, this is where we're going to be living live on Mondays here on WINJECT TV. All right. And I'll play the replay on Straight Talk as well. But we love you too. I love you too. I love you too. Next week, I'm going to be touching on your effectiveness when you're planning your goals. Effectiveness when planning your goals, because a lot of times we just say shit out our mouth and we don't, Chris, I'm saying a lot of S-bombs today. I hope you don't cut me off. But we're going to talk about, effectively writing these goals because I want to win. I want you to win. And together we're going to crush this shit. I said it again. Sorry, Chris. Thank you guys for being here. This is Neena Perez. This is Straight Talk, No Sugar, added on WINJECT TV. Until next time.
This broadcast is brought to you by WINJECT Studios. We are an all-in-one educational platform for podcasters that revolutionizes how hosts leverage content to increase engagement with listeners, downloads, and income. We come together to focus on community, collaboration, and collective impact. For more information on how you can interact directly with our hosts, access exclusive live content with offers you can't get anywhere else from our official partners, join our purpose-driven community by visiting www.winject.com. If you're ready to build a career doing what you love, then we're ready to see you there.